Good morning, dear students. My name is Ferhan Mazher, and today is 18th November 2021. And right now, I am with the 11th Cambridge class, and the subject we are studying is DMaths 4024. And this is Cambridge O Levels Mathematics, Syllabus D. And today we have set our hearts to solve paper one. And we have selected May June 2004, paper one. And so let's start this paper. The time allowed for this paper is 2 hours. And during this paper, you are not allowed to use a calculator. So let's start this paper. And okay, so here we go. So this is 2004, May, June, paper one, mathematics syllabus D. 2 hours is the time allowed. Okay, so here we go. So the question number one is coming up on your screen. He says express 7 by 100 as a decimal, and the B part is express 0.08 as a percentage. So let me show you my solution. Okay. So 7 by 100 as a decimal, because you have 100 downstairs. So there are two zeros. So you will move 2 steps. You will move the decimal 2 steps to the right, to the left side, sorry. And so the decimal is basically here. So because here downstairs you have 100, so you will move 2 steps to the left. So your answer will be 0.07. The B part is expressed 0.08 as a percentage. So you will have 0.08 multiply 100. This is how you convert it to percentage. You multiply that decimal fraction or the fraction with the 100. So I will remove the decimal of this number. In the place of decimal, I will put a 1 on downstairs. After decimal, you can see where here we have 2 digits. So I will put 2 zeros here. So this 100 and this 100 is gone. So your final answer is 8%. So this is how you will do this question number one. Okay, so the next question coming up on your screen, he says, express 72 by 108 as a fraction in its lowest term. So you have 72 by 108. So I can cancel it with 6. So no, with the we have cancelled it with, I think, 4. Yeah, we have cancelled it with the 4. So 4 ones are, and for then you will have 3 left here, 32, 7, 4 eights are. So 72, you cancelled it with 4. So it's 4 18 times 72, and 108, 4 twos are 8, and 2 is left 28. So 4 sevens are 28. So now again, I will cancel it with 9. So you will have 2 by 3. So the final answer is 2 by 3. The B part is evaluate 1 by 3 plus 4 by 7. So you have 1 by 3 plus 4 by 7. So their LCM, the denominator 3 and 7, their LCM will be 21. So here, when you divide the LCM with this denominator, 3 and 3 will be cancelled. 7 will multiply with the numerator. In the same way, when you divide this LCM with this numerator, 7 and 7 will be cancelled. You're left with the 3. So the 4 will multiply with the 3. So 7 ones are 7 plus 4 3s are 12 divided by 21. So it will be 19 by 21. So that is the final answer, 19 by 21. So that was the question number 2. So question number 3 is coming up on your screen. He says evaluate 63 divided by 0.9. So 63 divided by 9 by 10. I removed this decimal. In the place of decimal, I put 1. And after decimal, there is 1 digit. So I put 1 0 here. So you wrote 63 divided by 9 by 10. So convert this divide sign into multiply sign. So this fraction will flip. It will reciprocate. So you will have 63 into 10 divided by 9. So now you see this 9 and 63 can cancel. So you got 7 into 10, that will be 70. So 70 is the answer. Question number 3, B part, he says add brackets to the expressions in the answer space to make it correct. So here here we have 1 plus 72 divided 4 multiplied 2 equals to 10. So how can that be possible? If I put a bracket around these two, so 4 twos are 8. So 72 divided by 8, that will be 9, and 9 plus 1 will be 10. So this is, the bracket should be here. So that was the question number 3, B part. Okay. So question number 3, A part is, it says bracket 3x cube, bracket close, square. So you see this square is for both of them. So it will be for 3 and it will be also for x cube. So 3 square will be 9 and the power of the power multiplies with each other. So this will become x raised to power 6. Then we have the next question, and that's question number 4, and it's B part. It says, given that 16 raised to power minus 1 by 2 multiply k equals to 1, he says evaluate k. So you have 16 raised to power minus 1 by 2 into k equals to 1. In the place of 16, I can write 4 square. So this 2, the power of the power multiplies. So this 2 and 1 by 2, they will be cancelled. So you are left with 4 raised to power minus 1 into k equals to 1. So 4 raised to power minus 1 means 1 by 4. So it will become k by 4 equals to 1. This 4 is dividing here. When it will go to the other side, it will multiply. So k equals to 4. So you got the answer, k equals to 4. This is question number 4. So this is how you do with question number 4. Okay. In the diagram, the EAF, he's talking about EAF is a straight line, and the AB, this AB, bisects the angle FAC. FAC angle has been bisected. FAC and the CAB is equals to 58. So this portion of that bisected angle is 58. So that portion will also be 58 because this line AB has bisected the FAC angle. So if this portion of that angle is 58, that portion will also be 58. He says to find the value of the x. So you want to find out the value of the x. So you see this x, this 58, they are adjacent angles on a straight line. So they are making a straight line. So x plus 58 will be equals to 180 because the sum of the adjacent angles on a straight line is 180. So you will have x plus 180 minus 116. So x will be equals to 64. So this angle x is 54. Then the question is, the B part is find the value of the y's. You can see these are the parallel lines. You can see that these are the parallel lines. And this angle and this angle, they are corresponding angles because this angle and this angle, they are on the same side of the transversal line. And one of them is inside the parallel lines and one is outside the parallel lines. So they are corresponding angles, and these angles, they are equal to each other. So y will be equals to 58. These are corresponding angles. Okay, so the question number 6 is coming up on your screen. He says, given that the A is equals to 3 minus 1, 4, 2, the first part is find the determinant of A, and the B part is find the A inverse. So A is 3 minus 1, 4, and 2. First question is find the determinant. For finding the determinant, we multiply these two members along this diagonal minus, then multiply these two members along this diagonal. So you will have 3 multiply 2 minus 4 multiply minus 1. So it will be 6 plus 4, and that will be 10. So the determinant is 10. Now I want to find out the inverse. You know the inverse is formula is 1 by A determinant into adjoint A, 1 by 10. The determinant value is 10. And you know in the adjoint, we change the location of these two members along this diagonal. And along this diagonal, the signs of these two members are changed. So you will have 2, 1, minus 4, and 3. So that is A inverse. Question number 4, a pendulum of length 105 centimeter is suspended from O. Its ends swing 3 degrees on either side of the vertical from A to B. So it goes from this mean position 3 degrees to this side, 3 degrees to this side. So total this angle here, AOB angle is 6 degrees. Taking pi to be 22 by 7, calculate the length of the arc AB. I want to find out the arc AB. The radius of this arc is 105, and the angle subtended at the center by this arc is 6 degrees. So if you want to find out the length of this arc, the formula is very simple. Theta by 362 pi r. Theta is 6 degree divided by 360 into 2 into 22 by 7 into 105. So 6 ones are and 6 60s are 360. So 1 by 60, 2 into 22, 7 ones are, 7 15s are 105. So here you have 15. Now 15 ones are, 15 fours are. So here you will have 44 by 4. So you will get 11. So the length of the arc length will be 11 centimeter. This is question number 7. The next question is question number 8. He says, express as a single fraction. Okay. He says express as a single fraction in its lowest form, 2 divided by x minus 3 minus 1 divided by x plus 2. So both these denominators, they will be in the LCM. So you divide the LCM with this denominator, x minus 3. X minus 3 will be cancelled. This x plus 2 will be left. That will multiply with this numerator. So here you can see 2 bracket x plus 2. Then I will divide again this LCM with this second denominator, x plus 2 will be cancelled. You are left with x minus 3. So that will multiply with this numerator. So you can see I've written minus 1 bracket x minus 3. So when this 2 will multiply with this bracket, you will have 2x plus 4 minus, and due to this minus, the signs will change. You will have minus x plus 3. So 2x minus x, that will be x, and 4 plus 3, that will be 7. So this is your final answer. So this was question number 8. Okay, so the question number 9 is coming up on your screen. He says some children were asked how many television programs they had watched on the previous day. The table shows the results. So number of programs watched, 0 program, 1 program, 2 program, 3 program. So number of children, and this is the X value, this is the frequency. 7 children watched no program, 3 children watched 1 program, 1 children watched 2 program, and there were Y children who watched 3 programs. He says if the median is to find the value of the Y, you see it's purely conceptual question. Rarely here we don't have any calculation involved, purely conceptual. If this is your denominator, this is your median and its frequency is 1. So the number of the frequency on this side, same will be the frequency on this side. So here you can see if this is the median whose frequency is 1, if 2 is the median, to the left of this, the frequency is 10. So to the right of this, the frequency should be 10. So the Y value will be 10. There is no calculation involved. This purely conceptual thing. The B part, he says, if the median is 1, find the greatest possible value of the Y. If he says if the median is 1, okay. If the median is 1. So I will write 0. I have written it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. 1, I have written 3 times. 2, I have written 1 times. 3, we don't know how many times. Okay. So if you want the greatest value of the Y, and then the most, this one should be the median. Then I check that how many members are there on the left side. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 9 members on this side. So 9 members should be on the right side. So this is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So total 9 members here. So 9 members on this side. So the 9 members should be on this side. One of them is 2. The rest of them are 3. So 3 is how many times there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 times. So the Y value should be 8. This question is purely conceptual. And I hope that you understand this. Okay. So we are moving to the next question, the question number 10. He says express 217.3 export 2 in standard form. You see, this is not the standard form because this number should be more than 1 and less than 10. So I will move this decimal 2 steps to this side. When the decimal will move 2 steps to this side, the power here that it should increase by 2. So finally, you will have 2.173 x power 4. So that's the answer. Then we have the next part. That's the question number 10. It's B part. He says, arrange the following numbers in order starting with the smallest. So here you have the numbers. So you can see what I have done. I have converted them into the normal form. So this is 21,730. This is 22,600. This is 3,100. This is 25,000. So the smallest of them is this one, which is 3,100. So this will be the first one. Then this is the 21,730. That will be the B position. And then the C, that's 22,600. And then this is the D, which is 25,000. So in your answer space, you will write the original numbers. This one will be the first. Then we will write this one. And then I will write this one. And then I will write this one. So in the answer space, you will write the original numbers. So that was the question number 10. So let's move to the next part. The next part coming up on your screen is question number, it's question number 11. He says a function f is defined by f of x is equals to x plus 5, the whole thing divided by 3. The first question is given that f of 1 is equals to k. Find the value of the k. Okay, so it's given here that f of 1 is equals to k. So in that formula, in the function, in the place of x, I will substitute 1. So I will have 1 plus 5 divided by 3 equals to k. So 6 divided by 3 equals to k. So 2 is equals to k. So that is the value of the k. Now the B part is given also that f inverse is equals to cx plus d. Find the value of the c and the value of d. Basically, they want you to find out the inverse of this function. And you know how we find the inverse of this function? Let f of x equals to y. And that is the first step. We say that that function is equals to y. Then in the place of, I put that formula of the function here, x plus 5 divided by 3 equals to y. Then I will make x the subject of the formula. For that purpose, I will take this 3 to the other side. So you will have x plus 5 equals to 3y, x is equals to 3y minus 5. This plus 5 go to the other side. So when you have x equals to 3y minus 5, so in the place of x, I will write f inverse y equals to 3y minus 5. Then I will change the variable. So you will have f inverse of x equals to 3x minus 5. So this is the formula for the inverse. They said that the inverse formula will be cx plus d. We have found that the inverse formula is 3x minus 5. It means the c value is 3 and the d value is minus 5. So this is question number 11, and hopefully you understand. The question number 12 is coming up on your screen. It is given that x is equals to 3.5, y is equals to 1.5, and z is equals to 4.5. Find the value of the x minus z. So if you want to find the value of the x minus z, I will substitute these values of x and z here. So you will have minus 3.5 minus 4.5, and that will be minus 8. So the A part's answer is minus 8. The B part is given also that x plus z ratio t is equals to 4 ratio 15. Find the value of the t. Okay. So y plus z ratio t is equals to 4 ratio 15. That is given in the statement of the question. I will substitute the value of the y and the z here. So 1.5 plus 4.5 ratio t equals to 4 ratio 15. If you add them, this will be 6 ratio 5. 6 ratio t is equals to 4 ratio 15. So I can write this ratio in the fraction form. So we will have 6 divided by t equals to 4 by 15. I will cross multiply them. So you will have 4t equals to 90. 6 multiplied 15 is 90. So that 4 will go to the other side. It will divide. So you will have t equals to 90 divided by 4. So that will be 45 divided by 2. And that will be 22 whole 1 by 2. So that is your answer. That was the question number 12. So let's go to the next part. It says, so I think that this question is not very clear to you. So let me show you that from the graph paper, from the original paper. So that is question number 13. So question number 13, as I just wanted to show you so that the whole question can be shown. He says string is used to measure distance on two globes G1 and G2. The length of the string required to go around the equator on the globe 1, the globe G1, is 157.5, 157 point, 5 centimeter. The actual length of the equator is 40,000 kilometer. On the axis below, draw a graph which will enable you to convert lengths of strings on the globe G1 to the actual distance. So, 157.5, and the actual thing is 40,000. So here we have that graph. So let me reduce the size. So, so at 0, the length will be 0. One dot will be here. The other dot is 157.5 and 40,000. So 40,000 and 157,000 dot will be somewhere here. So then I will join these two dots with each other. So that graph will be found. Then he will say that the flight path between two places A and B on the globe G1 requires 35 centimeter of string. Use your graph to estimate the actual distance between the A and B. That's the B part. Okay, so let's go back to our work, and then I will show you from there. So at 0,01 point and 157.5, 40,000 is this point. Then I joined these two, so I got this graph. Then they say that the length is that the length is 35. They said that length is 35. So here is that 35. From here I come here, then I go to there, and then I check what's the actual distance. That will be I think something like I think 9,000. So that will be my answer. So this is how you find for 30 centimeter the actual length on the graph, and that will be 9,000 kilometer. So, and then he says on the other globe G2, the same flight path between A and B requires 117.5 centimeter of the string. So he says write down the value of the volume of the globe G2 to the volume of the globe G1. We want to find out the ratio between their volumes. In the globe 2, the length of that flight was 17.5 centimeter, and in the globe 1, the length was 35 centimeter. So because both the globes are similar to each other, so the ratio of their volumes will be equals to the cube of the ratio of their lengths. So the V2 divided by V1 will be equals to the L2 divided by L1 whole cube. L2 is 17.5 and the L1 is 35. 17.5 multiplied 2, that's 35. So you will have, when they are cancelled, you have 1 by 2 whole cube. That will be 1 cube is 1 and the 2 cube is 8. So the ratio of their volumes will be 1 by 8. Hopefully you understand. So let me show this question because here it is not that clear. So that you do not get confused. We're done with this question. Okay, so this is that question basically coming up on your screen. It says in the diagram, A is the point -4, -1, and AC is parallel to the x-axis. So AC's slope is 0, and this is a horizontal line. Its equation will be y equals to -1 because it's a horizontal line. And this is the equation of the BC is y plus 2x plus 4. Find the x coordinates of C. So its equation is given, and I know the equation of this line. This point C is the point of intersection of these two lines. So I will solve these two equations with each other. This equation, y plus 2x is equals to 4 and y equals to -1. So we will solve them and we will be able to find out the coordinates of the point C. Okay, so let me show you my answer. So here we go. So you know that the equation of the AC is y equals to -1 and the equation of the BC is y plus 2x equals to 4. We will solve these simultaneous equations with each other. Here you have the value of the y. I put that value in the second equation. So you will have -1 plus 2x is equals to 4. So 2x is equals to, this will go there and add. So 1 plus 4, that will be 5. So x will be 5 divided by 2, and that will be 2.5. So the coordinates of the, C will be, the coordinates of the C will be 2.5 and comma -1. So the x coordinate was the question. So that will be 2.5. The B part is that he says the coin of the AB is y equals to x plus 3. And write down the inequalities which describe the region inside the triangle ABC. So here, I'm talking about this triangle, and you can see these lines are dotted. And I know the coin of all the three sides. For example, this first side, which is a side which is AC, its equation is y equals to -1, because the required area, the area of the triangle ABC, is above this line. So when I will introduce an inequality here I will put in a crocodile's mouth, and its mouth will be towards y, because the area above this line is required. So this is that inequality, y is greater than -1. If you look at this side BC, and you can see the area of this triangle is below this line. So I will remove this equal sign. I will introduce here inequality sign, but I will put here a crocodile, but the back of the crocodile will be, the back of the crocodile will be towards the y. The back of the crocodile will be towards the y. The reason is the area is below this line. So the back of the crocodile will be towards y. So this is that inequality. So here I have written it. If you look at this side, AB side, its equation is already given to us. Y equals to x plus 3. The area is below this line. The area is below this line. The triangle area is below this line. So I will put in the place of equal, I will put here inequality, and the crocodile's back will be towards the y, because the area is below this line. So this is my third inequality. So hopefully you understand that how we have put the inequalities. If the area in an inclined line or in a horizontal line is below that line, the required area is below that line, then the crocodile's back is kept towards the y. If the area, the required area is above the horizontal or the inclined line, then the crocodile's mouth should be towards the y, and the y should be positive. Remember this. So the next question is coming up on your screen. That's question number 15. He says, A, B, and C are three ships. B is due west of A. So the B is due west of the A. So A is due east of the A. A is due east of the B. So if I draw a north here, so the angle here will be 90 degrees. He says, given that the ABC angle is 22 degrees, write down the bearing of C from B. The bearing of C from B, I want to know. You know, the bearing of A from B is 90, because B is in the west. So A is in the east. So if I draw a north here, so the angle between the north and the east will be 90. So this whole angle is 90. So if I want to find out this angle, that's the bearing of the C from the B. You see, that's the question. The bearing of C from the B, it means you will draw north on the B, and from that north you move clockwise to the length BC. From that north on the B, move clockwise towards the side BC. So I want to know this angle. That will be the bearing of this C from the B, and this angle will be 90 minus 22, and that will be 68. So the bearing of the C from the B will be 68 degree. The next question is, by using your protractor, find the bearing of A from C. Okay, so I want to find out the bearing of A from C. So that means I will draw north on the C, and from that north, I will move clockwise. I will come to the CA side. Whatever this angle will be, that will be the bearing of A from C. So he said, by using a protractor, so with the help of the protractor, measure this angle. So put the crosshair of the protractor here, and the zero of the protractor should be on this side. And from here, then count how much is this angle. I have measured it, and this angle is 50 degrees. So the angle ACB will be 50. This angle here is 68. So this angle here will be allied angle to each this, because these two are parallel to each other, and this angle, they are allied to each other. So if this angle here is 68, this angle here will be 180 minus 68, it will be 112. So if this is 111, this angle is 112, this angle is 50. The sum of these three angles will be 360. So the bearing of the A from C will be 360 minus 50 minus 112. So that will be 198. So the bearing of the A from the C, which will be this angle, will be 198. Hopefully you understand this question. So the next question coming up on your screen is question number 16. He says, Mariam's height is 1.52 meter, correct to the nearest centimeter. State the lower bound for her height. You see, and he said that this is correct to nearest centimeter. So 1 centimeter divided by 2, and that will be 0.5 centimeter. And with it, write plus minus 0.5 centimeter. So if you convert this 0.5 centimeter into meters, then it will be, you have to divide it with the 100. So you will divide 0.5 with 100. Its decimal will move 2 steps to the left. So you will have 0.005 meter. So the main reading is 1.52 meter. In this, if I will add this number, I will get the upper bound from this main reading. If I will subtract this number, I will get the lower bound. So in 1.52, when I will add 0.005, I will get 1.525 meter. So that is your upper bound from 1.52, which is the main measurement. I will subtract this number. 1.52 minus 0.005 meter. So your final answer will be 1.515 meter. So that's your lower bound, and this is your upper bound. So their question was, state the lower bound of her height. Her lower bound is 1.515 meter. Then the question is B part. He says the length of each of Mariam's paces is 0.55 meter. She walks at a constant speed of 2 paces per second. Calculate the distance in kilometers that she walks in an hour, in 1 hour. Okay, so in 1 second she takes 2 paces. Each pace she takes is 0.55 meter. So in 1 hour, how many kilometers she has traveled? So the speed, distance is equals to speed multiplied time. So she taking 2 paces in 1 second, and each pace is 0.55 meter. So you will have 0.55 multiplied 2, and in 1 hour there are 3600 seconds. So it will be 55 by 100 multiplied 2 multiplied 36. This 0 zeros and 0 zeros will cancel. So you will have 55 multiplied 2 multiplied 36. So it will be 110 multiplied 36. It will be 110 multiplied 36, and that will be 3960 meter. So it will be 3960 meter. That's question number 16. So she will cover this much meters, 3960 meters, but they want us to give the answers in the kilometer. So I will, because in 1 kilometer there are 1000 meters. So we will divide this with 1000. So the final answer will be 3.96 kilometers. To convert meters into kilometers, you will have to divide it with 1000. So your final answer will be 3.96 kilometers. So the next question coming up on your screen is the question number 17. He says, solve this 4 divided by x plus 3 equals to x minus 1 divided by 3. So here you have one fraction, second fraction, and you have an equals to sign between them. So very easily we can cross multiply here. So you will have x plus 3 multiplied with x minus 1 equals to 4 multiplied 3. So x will multiply with the second bracket, then the plus 3 will multiply with the second bracket, equals to 12. So you will have x square minus x plus 3x minus 3 equals to 12. So you will have x square plus 2x minus 15 equals to 0. So I will write the factors of the 15. The factor of the 15s are 1 into 15 and 3 into 5. So I have to choose that pair, which by subtraction will give me positive 2. So I will do the midterm breaking. So you will have x squared plus 5x minus 3x minus 15 equals to 0. From the first these two terms, you can take the x common. So you will have x plus 5 here. From last these two terms, I can take minus 3 common. So you will have x plus 5 in the bracket equals to 0. These brackets are common. So I will take them common, x plus 5 into x from here minus 3 from here. So these two brackets are multiplying and the answer is 0. So it shows that either this bracket is 0 or this bracket is 0 or both of them are 0. So x plus 5 is equal to 0. So x is equals to minus 5, x minus 3 is equals to 0. So x is equals to 3. So you got two values of x. One is minus 5 and the other one is 3. So that is question number 17. Hopefully you understand. The base of a pyramid is a square with the diagonals of the length 6 centimeter. The sloping faces are isosceles triangles with equal sides of length 7 centimeter. The height of the pyramid is under root L centimeter. Calculate the L. Okay. So the base of the pyramid is square of the diagonal. The length of the diagonal is given. So this diagonal, the diagonal here, this diagonal of the square on the floor is 6, and this sloping edge is 7, and this sloping edge is also 7. So I have taken this sloping edge, and that diagonal. So basically this diagonal and these sloping edges I've drawn here. So thus this top of the pyramid, from here I can draw perpendicular here. It will divide that diagonal into two equal parts. It will be 3 and 3. So here you have 7 and 3. It's a right angle triangle. I can apply the Pythagoras and I can find the height of this pyramid. So under root L square and under root L square plus 3 square equals to 7 square. So L plus 9 is equals to 49. So L is equals to 49 minus 9. So L will be equals to 40. So the length L, the height basically, which is represented with the L, that will be 40. A little tricky question. Okay, so the question number 19 is coming up on your screen. He says, calculate the percentage reduction in the price of the camera. You see the price of the camera, the mark price of the camera is $400 and its sale price is $280. So how much is the reduction? And the percentage reduction will be the sale price minus the mark price, the whole thing divided by the mark price and multiply 100. So you will have 400 and minus 280. That will be 120 divided by 400 into 100, and that will be 30%. So the percentage reduction in the price of the camera is 30%. Okay, the B part of the question number 19 is the Matthew invested $500 at 6% simple interest per year. Calculate how much interest had been earned after 8 months. So you know the formula for the simple interest, I is equals to PRT by 100. I want to find out the value of the interest, and the P value is $500. The money you invested, that's the principal amount, and R is the rate per year, and that's 6%. The time is 8 months, but the time should be taken in the years. So for that purpose, I will divide the 8 with the 12 and then divide by 100. So you have 500 and you know this for 8. This is 48. So 12 4 times 48. So it will be 4 here, 100 here. So this 100, 2 zeros and this 2 zeros, they will be cancelled. So 4 into 5, that will be 20. So the interest will be $20. Okay. So let me show you the question first of all, and then okay. So this is question number 20. He says, okay. So I will read the question, and he says the diagram in the answer space is a map showing a section of coastline and a beacon on land. Fishing boats can only operate when they are not more than 6.5 kilometers from beacon. And second is at least 2 kilometers from the coastline. The scale of the map is 1 centimeter to 1 kilometer. Construct the boundaries of the region where fishing can take place. Label the region as F. So you see here, here you can see this is that coastline. So, and this is that beacon. So when you remain at 6.5 kilometers from the beacon, according to the scale, here I will have to draw a circle. When you remain at a constant distance from a point, then you draw a circle around that point. So at around that beacon, we will draw a circle of 6.5 centimeter. This is that coastline. These are straight lines. So you have to draw another line, which is 2 kilometers from that straight line. So I will draw a circle here of 2 centimeter. I will draw a circle here of 2 centimeter. I will draw a circle here of 2 centimeter. I will draw a circle here of 2 centimeter. And then I will draw the tangents. So you will get that line. Okay. So then we will see. Okay. So let me show you it's a 4-mark question. Okay. Question number 20. So let me show you how I have done. Okay. So this is that diagram. So I will open my compass 6.5, because it's not more than 6.5 kilometers from the beacon. So I will draw a circle and taking the beacon as the center, and my compass will be 6.5 centimeter opened, and then I will draw a circle. And you can see there I have drawn that circle with the help of this compass. Put the needle of the compass here. The compass should be 6.5 centimeter opened, and then I draw this circle. Okay. Then they say 2 centimeter, 2 kilometer, basically according to the scale, it will be 2 centimeter on the diagram. So we have to remain at least 2 kilometers from the coastline. It means 2 kilometers and more than 2 kilometers. At least 2 kilometers means 2 kilometers and more than 2 kilometers. So what I will do, I will draw a circle here of 2 centimeter, a circle on this point on 2 centimeter, a circle on this point of 2 centimeter, a circle here of 2 centimeter. Then with the help of the scale, I will draw the tangent, and I will draw the tangent, and then I will draw the tangent here. Okay, so you can see that I've drawn the tangents here, these black lines, and you have to remain more than the 2 kilometers, and you have to remain inside the circle, and you have to remain outside these lines. Okay, so here you can see I have shaded that area where you can go, and they say that label this area. They said that label this area as F, but I have not labeled it as F. So let me write here. So let me insert. Okay, so I will write this area as F. Okay, so F. So you see, I have labeled that area as F, that shaded area. How do I shade it? They said that it should not go more than 6.5. So you have to remain inside that circle, but you have to remain outside this black line. So this is the shaded area where that boat can be. It's a 4-mark question. Hopefully you understand. So the next question is coming up on your screen is that question number 21, and it says the diagram shows the graph of y is equals to 2 raised to power x and y equals to 2x plus 1. So here we have an exponential function and a linear function, and both their graphs are shown. State the gradient of the line y equals to 2x. So this is the standard form, which normally you call y equals to mx plus c. Here y is alone, so on the other side, whatever is the coefficient of the x, that's the gradient. So the coefficient of the x here is 2. So the gradient of this line is 2. It's a straight line linear equation. Its graph will be a straight line like this. Find the value of the x such that x is more than 0, and he says that x is more than 0 means that the value of the x should be 1, 2, 3, 4 more than 0. And he says that this linear graph and that exponential graph, they are equal to each other. These equations are basically equal to each other. So where these two graphs, we have this graph, we have its graph is a straight line, its graph is a curve. It's already drawn here. So where they intersect, that will be the point of intersection, and that will be the solution of this equation. So you see this curve, which represents 2 raised to power x, and this straight line, which represents 2x plus 1. They are intersecting here and they are intersecting here. So when they intersect here, the value of the x is 0. We are not supposed to take this value. When they intersect here, the value of the x here is 2.7. And that is our answer, because they said that the value of x, you are supposed to take that value of the x, which is more than 0. So I will take this value of the x, that is 2.7. So this is question number 21, and it's A part. Hopefully you understand. Question number 21 and its B part, he says the diagram shows the graph of y equals to k a raised to power x. State the value of the k. Okay. So if I take, this is the graph of this equation, which is y equal k a raised to power x. So I want to find the value of the k. So I will take this point here. The x value is 0 and the y value is 0.5. So the equation is y equals to k a raised to power x. The y value will be 0.5. The k I want to find out. A I don't know. The x value is 0. So a raised to power 0, that will be 1. So k equals to 0.5. So you see very easily by putting this point into that equation, I'm able to find out the value of the k. Now the second part is, he says y equals to k a raised to power x. Okay, so I've taken this point. This is x value 2 and the y value is 4.5. So in the equation y equals to k a raised to power x, in the place of y, I will put 4.5. K is 0.5. We already know from this part. A, I don't know, x value is 2. That is coming from this point. Okay. So you will have 4.5 divided by 0.5. This thing will go on the other side. It will divide. So a raised to power 2. So 4.5 divided by 0.5, and that will be 9. And so a square is equals to 9. So take square root on both the sides. So a is equals to 3. It's plus minus 3. So a will be equals to plus 3. Because here the a value will be taken as plus 3. So this was the question number 21. Hopefully you understand. So let's go to the question number 22. So on your screen, the question number 22. So here you can see we have the question number 22. Let me show you this question from the question paper, so it becomes more visible to you. Okay, so this is that question, and let me increase the size. So this is basically that question. So you can have a better understanding. Here we have a circle. It's circle number 1, and on the circle number 1 we have B, C, D, and A point. And this is circle number 2, which is little larger. And A, E, C, F, they are on the circle number 2. Okay, the question is that in the diagram, the point A, B, C, and D lie on the circle number 1. The point, he says the point A, E, C, and F lie on the circle number 2. A, E, B, and A, D, F are straight lines. So he's talking about A, E, B, and A, D, F. They are straight lines. And he says EBC, EBC. This angle is 73, and the AEC angle is 146. It's a straight line. If you know this angle, I can easily find out this angle. You know that? So let me show you. The question is calculate the ADC. Then he says find the CFA, and then he says explain the center of circle. Explain why the center of the circle 1 lies on the circle 2. So it's a 1 mark and then 2 marks. So this is the question. So let me show you my solution. And here we go. Okay, sorry. So first question is find the ADC. I want to find out ADC. If you look at this smaller angle, look at this smaller angle carefully. This BCDA is a cyclic quadrilateral. Some people call it cyclic quadrilateral. We call it cyclic. All the 4 vertices BCDA, they are on the circumference of this circle number 1. So angle D and angle this, they are angles in the opposite segment, and their sum will be 180. So angle DCDA plus 73 will be equals to 180. The reason is angles in opposite segment are supplementary. So ADC will be equals to 180 minus 73, and that will be 107. So this angle here will be 107. The next question and A's second part is find the CFA. CFA. Now, if you look at carefully on the bigger circle, look at the bigger circle, ECFA. It's a cyclic quadrilateral, or you can call it cyclic quadrilateral. So because all these 4 vertices, they are on the circumference of the circle. So the angle 146 and this angle F, they are angles in the opposite segment, and their sum will be equals to 180. So angle CFA plus 146 equals to 180. The reason is angles in the opposite segment are supplementary. So CFA will be equals to 180 minus 146, and that will be 34. So this angle will be 34. Explain why the B part is explain why the center of the circle 1 lies on the circle number 2. Okay. If you look at carefully, this angle is 146, and this is E is on the circle number 2. This angle here is 73, which is half of this. So this is that property which says the angle at the center is 2 times the angle at the circumference. And you know 73 multiplied 2, that will be 146. So it means that E is the center of the circle 1, and it is lying on the circle. And we know that this is on the circle number 2. So my answer is that the angle CEA is equals to 2 times the angle CBA. So E is the center of the circle 1. So E lies on the circle number 2. That is given. So the center of the circle 1 lies on the circle number 2. So hopefully you understand this question. This last part is little tricky. Okay, so we are moving to the next question. The next question is question number 23A part. He says factorize completely 5a square minus 20. So we will take 5 common. We will take 5 common. So you will have a square minus 4. This is a perfect square. This is also a perfect square. So 5 bracket a square minus 2 square, because these two are perfect square and you have a negative between them. So it's like a square minus b square. That will be equals to a plus b, a minus b. So this will be 5 into a plus 2a minus 2. So this is how you will factorize question number 23a part. Question number 23, sorry. Okay, question number 23 and its B part. Let me show you from the paper because this is not that visible from questions. So you can have a good look at that question. So you know, okay, what's the question basically. Okay. That is the B part. He says a formula connecting X and Y is Y equals to K divided by X cube, where K is a constant, given that Y equals to -1 when X equals to 2. Calculate the value of the K. That's the first part. And the second part is X. Calculate the value of the X when Y is equals to 64. So this is that question. So let me show you. This is that question. And so let me show you. that, and then we go to my solution. Okay, so here we go. So we have y equals to k by x cube, and this is the formula. And the value of the y is -1 when the value of the x is 2. So I will substitute the y with -1 and the x with 2. So you will have -1 equals to k. 2 cube is 8. So this 8 dividing here, when it will go to the other side, it will multiply. So k will be equals to 8 multiply -1. So k is equals to -8. So that is the first part. In the second part, y equals to k by x cube. The y value is 64. The x value we want to find out. The k value is -8. So you will have 64 equals to -8 divided by x cube. X cube will come here. 64 will go downstairs. So -8 and 64 will be cancelled. So x cube will be equals to -1 by 8. So as you know, 8 is 2 cube. So x cube is equals to -2 raised to power -3. So it means x is equals to -2 raised to power -1. So it means x is equals to 1 by 2. So x is equals to 1 by 2. Here the steps are little weird, but I hope you can understand them. X is equals to -1 by 2. So that was question number 23, B part. Okay, so we are moving to the next question. The next question is question number 24. He says that, let me show you from the question paper, so you can have a good look at the question. That's question number 24. A man who is 1.8 meter tall stands on horizontal ground. Okay. A man who is 1.8 meter tall stands on horizontal ground 50 meters from a vertical tree. The angle of elevation of the top of the tree from his eyes is 30 degrees. Use as much of the information below as is necessary to calculate an estimate of the height of the tree. Give the answer to a reasonable degree of accuracy. It is also given that the sine 30 is 0.5, cos 30 is 0.866, and tan 30 is 0.577. So here, this is that question. So let me show you the whole thing. So this is a 4-mark question. Hopefully you understand this. I will show you my solution. So let's see. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. So this is my solution. Okay. Cannot do much. Okay. So here you can see I have drawn a diagram to represent this information. Here we have the eyes of the man. That man is 1.8 meter high. And this is the whole tree. This the man is standing 50 meters away from the bottom of the tree. Here are his eyes, and when he looked to the top of the tree from here, the eyes made an angle of elevation of 30 degrees. So if this is 50, this will be also 50. This is 1.8. This will be 1.8. If this will be a right angle triangle, I want to find out this value of the x. Once I know the value of the x, then I will add x and 1.8, and that will be the height of the tree. So this is the base. If this is the angle being used, then this is the base and this is the perpendicular. We also called it the opposite side, this as the adjacent side. You know, the tan theta is equals to perpendicular by base. So x divided by 50. So tan 30 value is given here. This is that value 0.577. And this 50 will multiply with this and equals to x. When you multiply these two, I have removed this decimal. You say it will be 57.7 divided by 100 into 50. 50 and 100 will be cancelled. You will have 57.7 divided by 2. So you divide 57.7 with 2. You get 28.85. So this x value will be 28.85 meter. Add 1.8 meter into it, and that will be the height of the total height of the tree. So 1.8 plus 28.85, that will be 30.65, and it's approximately 31 meter. So the height of the tree will be 31 meter. Question number 25, A part, he says express 7056 as the product of its prime factors. So here you can see 7056 divided with the 2, you get 3528, divide with the 2, you get 1764, divide with 2, you get 882, again divide with 2, you get 441, then divide with 3, you get 147, divide with 7, you get 21, divide with 7, you get 3, divide with 3, you get 1. So these are the factors, the prime factors of 7056. So 7056 will be equals to 2 raised to power 4, 3 raised to power 2 into 7 raised to power 2. Then he says, hence the evaluate the square root of 7056. So square root of 2 raised to power 4, 3 raised to power 2 into 7 raised to power 2. Square root means raised to power 1 by 2. So 2 raised to power 4 raised to power 1 by 2, 3 square raised to power 1 by 2, 7 square raised to power 1 by 2. This and this will be cancelled. You're left with 2 square. This and this cancel. You are left with 3 raised to power 1. This and this will be cancelled. So you will have 7 raised to power 1. So 2 square is 4. 4 into 3 is into 7. So 4 into 3 is 12. 12 into 7 is 84. So it will be plus minus 84 because we took the square root. So this is how you will do the question number 5. It's A part. Okay, so question number 5. Sorry, question number 5 I said. Question number 25. Question number 25 and B, if you have square root of the 5 by 1 by 16 can be expressed as the rational number P by Q, where P and Q are integers. Find the value of the P and the value of the Q. So this is 5 whole 1 by 16 and you have a square root on whole of this. So 16 5s are 80, 80 plus 1 is 81, 81 by 16, you have square root on it. So 81 its square root will be 9 and 16 its square root will be 4. So the ratio will be 9, sorry, the P value will be 9 and the Q value will be 4. The C part is, he says, the write down an example of an irrational number. The most famous irrational number is pi itself, pi, okay? And or you can say under root 2. I have given here the example of under root 2. You can also write here pi. So that was the question number 25. Now the question number 26, A part is showing up on your screen. He says, describe fully the single transformation that maps the triangle XYZ onto triangle XPQ. So here we have X, Y, P. This is the X. Sorry. The object is XYZ, XYZ. This is the object. And the image is X, P, Q. So X has not moved. So this is on the invariant line. The Y has moved 2 steps to the right and it went to the P. And the Z has moved 2 steps to the left and the image is Q. So it's a stretch. Clearly, this is the stretch and you can see this is your invariant line. From here, it was 2 steps, and now it has gone 4 steps. This was 2 steps, and now it has gone 4 steps. So the scale factor is 2, and it's a stretch, and the x equals to 0 is the invariant line. Okay. The question number 26 and B part, he says the diagram in the answer space below shows a triangle ABC and the point B prime, whose coordinates are 9, 2. A translation maps the B onto B prime. Write down the column vector that represents this translation. So B is the object and the B prime is the image. So translation matrix, is image minus object. The image is 9, 2, and the object is 1, 2. So here you have X, here you have Y. So we are writing basically the coordinates. So 9, 2 minus 1, 2. Image coordinates minus object coordinates. So you get the translation matrix. So you will get 9 minus 1, that's 8. 2 minus 2 is 0. So the translation matrix will be 8, 0. He says the next part is the second part. He says a shear in which the x-axis is the invariant maps the triangle ABC onto triangle A prime B prime C prime. Draw the triangle A prime B prime on the diagram in the answer space. state the shear factor. Okay, so if x-axis is the if x-axis is the invariant line for the shear, so you can see the distance between the B and the x-axis is 2, and it has moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps along the invariant line. So the shear factor is the distance the point moved divided by its distance from the invariant line. So it moved 8 steps, and its distance from the invariant line is 2. So 8 divided by 2. So the scale factor will be 2. Okay. So if this has moved, this distance was 2, so it moved to this side. A is on the invariant line, so its image, it will not move. Its image is not formed. Okay, so the C point is below the invariant line, and it's a shear. So it's 2 steps below the invariant line. So the points which are below the invariant line for positive shear factor, they will move to the left side. So it will move 8 steps to the left side. So you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So C prime will be here. And so this is how you will do this question. So my dear students, this was it, and we have reached the end of this paper. So we have completed this paper, and my dear students, today we have done May, June 2004 DMaths 4024 paper 1. This is Cambridge O Levels Mathematics Syllabus D4024, and we are practicing the past paper questions. My dear students, if you find this video helpful to you, and if this video has helped you to learn the concepts of mathematics, and it has helped you it has helped you and made easy for you to practice the mathematics paper 1, subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. And if you think that this video helped you and it can help your friends, don't hesitate to share the link of this video onto your Facebook account and into your Instagram account. That will be a great appreciation for me. So thank you very much. It's a pleasure teaching you all. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and God bless you all.